Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Owen, or as some people may know, Cool Comics and Games from scratch. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a FNaF fan game from scratch. Well, I'm not going to do a whole thing. That'd be like a 5-hour long video. Jesus Christ. So we're just going to start off with the basics, like a title screen, yada, 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 yada. Alright, so I'm going to create a new project. It's taking forever. Alright, let's get started. So, we're going to delete the cat before we do anything. So if you don't want your project to be deleted from scratch, you should probably add a warning because, most FNaF fan games have jump scares inside of them. So let's do that first. So you select backdrops. Then let's just do the casual warning sign. Alright, let's make it black. We're gonna type. We're gonna do something simple and not like, the usual warning. This game is scary and stuff. Hilarious, I know. Okay. This game is scary and stuff. Okay. Now that we've decorated our warning sign, we need to code it. So what we're going to do, when flag clicked, switch backdrop to the backdrop that has the warning sign, which in this case is backdrop 1. Then we're going to do wait until. Alright, so, God, I'm going through this too fast, my bad. So, you go to control, select a wait until block, then go to sensing, and select a mouse down block. Now, before we do anything with it fading out and stuff, we go to looks, then we do set brightness effect to 0 at the very top. So it'll always reset the brightness to this, as it's currently in. Then after the wait until mouse down, repeat, you go to control, type in repeat 100 instead of repeat 10 on the repeat something block. Then we go back to looks. Then we do change brightness effect by -1. Then we drag that inside of the repeat 100 block. Let's test it out. I've clicked the flag, and it's now when I click down, it fades out. Boom! Fantastic! Woo-hoo! I'm sorry. Anyway, just that there's a little load time in between the warning sign and the actual title screen. Let's go to control and select a wait 1 second block under the repeat 100 change brightness effect by -1 thing. Now we're gonna make a brand new backdrop. Yeah, I'm just gonna well, you could duplicate it like I would, like I just did. I don't know why I did that. So we're gonna hover your mouse over to choose a backdrop, then click paint. I said click instead. I don't even know what I'm doing. Anyway, we're gonna make it gray. I already have a bunch of ideas in my head. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, the brightness effect is still at -100. So in order for it to look like that we want it to look like, we go back to looks, and then click set brightness effect to 0. There! Now we can start typing some fun stuff. Let's do something simple. Fun times at Owen. Crap. Owens. There. Yeah, I know. Fun times at home or fun times at Owen. Shut up. I like that name. Just fun time at whatever. Okay. Fun times at Owens. Okay. Now that we've put that there, we can make the character that we I want to put on the title screen. So I'm just going to use the basic Owen the Stickman character that I made up. I know it's lame, but I don't know. He should have his own game eventually. So just draw a circle, then 2 dots for eyes, then a big old smile. I don't know if you call that hair or not. I'm gonna call it hair. Color it in, then add more Stickman body. Also, don't copy my Fun Times at Owen's idea. Create your own title, please. If you ever use this tutorial. Alright, do that. And then that. Okie dokie. I'm gonna put him here. Because this game is not serious in the slightest, he's just gonna dance. He's just gonna spin around like a weirdo. Okay, anyway. Okay, when flag when flag clicked, hide. But before we do that, we have to go back to backdrops. See, it's not going to switch to the Fun Time at Owen backdrop yet. So because the Fun Times at Owen's backdrop is called backdrop 2, we get a block that says switch backdrop to backdrop 2, and we put it under the wait 1 second block. There, you got that? Good. We go back to this guy. We click events, and then when backdrop switches to backdrop 2, we switch it to backdrop 2, he will show. Okay, let's test it out. So there's a warning sign, yada yada yada. Oh no! Oh, I know what we did, Martin. We have to go to stage. We forgot to set the brightness effect back to 0. Okay, so you go to looks, select this block, switch it to set brightness effect to 0. Then you put it under the switch backdrop to whatever block. Alright, now let's try it. It worked! Okay. Alright, so let's drag you over there. Alright, I just want to make him spin in random directions, so that's what I'm gonna diddly do. Okay. Oh yeah. If you want to make a very silly game like I'm doing, you go to motion, select a turn 15 degrees block, put it in a forever loop. That the forever loop is located in control. Then what you do is you go to operators, choose a pick random 1 to 10 block, drag it inside of the turn something degrees block. Then let's just pick some random numbers. Let's do 34 to 87. Now let's try it out. Perfect, incredible, amazing. Okay. That's funny. Anyway. And now we want some static. No, let's save the static for later. Okay. So now, let's find some music. I'm just gonna find some scratch music to use. If you want to be really advanced, you can find a video on YouTube and then save it as a file, and you can use that as a sound. I don't want to do that. Let's use... Jesus, that's loud. Alright, let me turn my volume down. Jeebus. Let's do that. There we go. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but... Fantastic! Okay, now we go to events. We click the when backdrop switches to whatever block. And then we switch it to backdrop 2 because that's what this backdrop is called. And then you go to sound, and then I'm just going to use my song that I made. And now that we have our song, we're going to put it in a forever loop going to the control section. Alright, let's try it out. Fantastic. Okay. Now, we're going to need to add some static to make it look more realistic, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to look through the millions and millions of things I have inside of my backpack. Here we go. No, actually, no. That one has a big old ugly play button on it. Nobody likes that. Let's keep going. Where is it? I have static somewhere. Here we go. Here's static. So if you want to use something from your backpack, you find what you have in your backpack and you click and drag it to the sprite section over here. Now we have some static. Hooray! Okay. So what we do is we go to events, do when flag clicked, go to looks, hide. Like basically every sprite in the game you want it to hide when the flag is clicked. Then go back to events. When backdrop switches, let's do the backdrop 2 thing again. Now, this is how you make static look good. We go to looks, and then instead of set brightness effect to whatever, we do set ghost effect to whatever. I personally like to do 75 as the ghost effect. And then we're going to make it, no, not hide. We're going to make it show. But this, if you want the static to like spin around, this static I have, see, has 7 frames of animation. So what we do is we go to control, drag a forever block under the thingy right there, go to looks, then next costume, forever. Let's try it out. Fantastic! Okay. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna make you disappear. Pop! Okay. Now we want some buttons. Let's do Alright. So first we're gonna do a new game button. If you didn't know, this game's gonna have 3 nights, by the way. So if you didn't know that, let's do new game. Just so that it looks fancy, we'll add a little hitbox around it so that, it'll be easier to click on. Oh, that's way too big, my bad. Boop! Okay. Gonna put you there. That's also way too big. Let's shrink you. Shrink! Okay. There we go. Then we get the color from the backdrop. Now, we're going to make a little square around the new game button. Now, this is a really important thing that you want to use for these kinds of games. So you see all these buttons at the top? Click back. So it goes to the back layer, aka behind the text. So now the new game button will be super easy to click. And as always, we're going to do when flag click, hide, then when backdrop switches to backdrop 2, show. Okie dokie. And we're going to do the exact same thing for the other button. Put it under the new game button real quick. There we go. Just gotta make it look fancy. There we go. And now we're going to name it Continue to stick with the FNaF style. Continue. There we go. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can position it better. There we go. Okay. Now we're basically done with our title screen. Let's check it out. Oh, put it in full screen, by the way. You always got to do that. Put it in full screen if you want it to look super good. Oh yeah, one more thing. I forgot to tell you, this is also super important if you want a decent looking title screen. You want to, so go to look, scroll down, and you'll find a button that says go to front layer. You select it, so it goes to back layer. So that means it'll be behind the static, so that it'll look super nice. You just always want that, so, it looks fresh. Now let's try it out. Perfect! Alright. We officially have our title screen for Fun Times at Owen's. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to make a part 2 eventually, and in part 2 we're going to be making The Office. Bye!